Holy shit, it's cold as fuck out here.
Avatar 2 is the reason why movies exist.
And now I already see it. I mean, we already saw it. Everybody praying for the downfall of the way of water. Everybody already hating on the first one. Like, man, God, y'all some... God, man, fuck that. Fuck you. And I don't want to hear it, man. I don't want to hear about none of its flaws, none of its character issues, none of its story issues, plot issues, man. It doesn't matter, bro.
I haven't felt like this watching a movie since probably No Way Home, just because of the hype around it. I did not think I was going to feel that feeling when I went to go see Avatar 2. I mean, shit, I seen it like 2 weeks late.
But 3 minutes into this movie, I felt like that again. I felt like a kid again. I felt like I was honestly watching the future. Shit was pretty crazy. Guys, you are too close to this camera.
I did not expect to feel like that. I did not expect to be so moved from that.
This movie blew me away. It was insane to watch. Soak, what the fuck are you doing? I came out a different person just because of the impact it had on me. It moved me. Come here. All right. Jesus Christ. So yeah.
This is what movies are about. They're meant to move you and to make you feel different when you leave the theater.
Yes, movies that are well done and are regarded well and critically acclaimed, of course, have really good writing, less plot holes.
The story is efficient, the character arcs have good setups and really good payoffs.
Everybody has character development, the story evolves in a very efficient and natural way. Overall, the writing is good, the acting's good, directing's good. That's what makes a good movie, sure.
But I also feel like a movie that gets all these things right might not be able to move somebody as much as a movie that doesn't get all those things right, but that has more passion. That was a lot of fucking words in one sentence, but
I think movies should be considered better if they move you more, if they make you feel more emotional through the whole film. So that's why when people are pointing out these flaws in Avatar and what lacks in the story and the plot holes, I don't give a shit, man. I don't care.
When I used to think of my favorite movies, I used to think really, really deep about it. And it's probably because I'm a film guy and I want to make movies in the future. So when I think about my list, I'm trying to throw in some shit that gives me some credit. Like, oh, Citizen Kane. Yeah, that's by far my favorite. Bro, that, like, it's a good movie, but... I realize the more you think about your favorite movies and the harder you think, the more it's not your favorite movie. They should be the first ones that come to mind. For me, boom, without thinking,
Force Awakens. And I know that's gonna get hated on so much, but I left that theater like, yo, it was crazy to me. Empire Strikes Back. That's a well done movie within itself, but one of my favorite movies because of seeing, no, I am your father. Like, and then everybody's like, oh shit, oh. Blade Runner 2049, Pulp Fiction, just because of how I felt after I watched it. Not thinking about how well it was done, just how I was after.
And maybe I could rearrange that list, but those are some of my favorites because they linger with me. They stick with me. They come to mind first. They move me in a way that maybe a better written movie or a better directed movie couldn't. You know what I'm saying?
And when it comes to Avatar 2, I was completely, this plane is loud as dick.
And in Avatar, I don't even want to focus on the flaws because it gets so much shit right. I mean, first of all, let's get this out the way. The visuals, the cinematography, I watched it in IMAX 3D, so it probably carried a little bit, but dude, like I'm saying, 4 minutes in, I'm in Pandora, I'm looking at the rocks, I'm like, yo, this shit, I feel like I'm in heaven. I feel like I'm in my own dream. Like, there's no way this was created by people.
I felt like I was watching the future. I could not believe what I was seeing. I didn't think they could outdo themselves. This second one, man, just blew me out of the water. No fucking pun intended, but pun intended indeed. It was crazy. You know, people like to say all these things about story and character, and sure, some of the dialogue was a bit clunky, dude, but these characters, my sister isn't like that big of a movie person, and she's like, dude, I felt like I knew these people. And dude, the same thing for me. I felt like I knew this family. You're watching them and you're watching them go over these hurdles, these obstacles, and getting in danger, and you're like, yo, like don't go there. Like, why are you, like, bro, what was his name? Noak? I'm like, dude, you're being such a dumbass, man. He was making so many mistakes, and I'm just like, yo, your dad's gonna be pissed. You don't die. I'm sitting here thinking that these people are real. It was because of how the actors portrayed the characters and how they were written and how James Cameron directed. It just felt so real. I didn't want this family to get hurt. I was in it. They said Sully stuck together, and I'm like, man, I'm a Sully too. I'm in it. I cried like 4 times during that movie. I cried for the whale. I didn't think how bro was once a human, now he's a Na'vi, and how he has a Na'vi family. I didn't think about that. I'm just thinking like, yo, this family feels real. So it was awesome to follow that through the entire story. And the lore behind the water people was just so sick, and just how they had the spirit sisters and spirit brothers was so cool.
I mean, paired with the visuals and with the score, it just built an overall experience that was mind-blowing.
It wrapped me up into this fucking ball of just a wonderful fucking cathartic cinematic goddamn, like, just every big word you can think about. I'm just feeling it all. And I feel like that's what movies are about. We can sit here and think about the flaws and sit here and think about what it did wrong, but why? Why would I? I mean, I left with such a positive mindset after that. Dude, it inspired me, man. I came out here, I mean, a couple days later, but I came out here to try to make some shit because this shit inspired me just to be better, man. I want to go see it again. I want to go see it for a fourth time, a fifth time, sixth time. It was an experience, man. But maybe I shouldn't see it again just because that night was an experience within itself and it stuck with me and the characters lingered and the world lingered and just everything did. So maybe I should just set it aside. That sun is fucked, but it was a really good movie. It was a really good experience. That is what movies are about. It's to make you feel something. It's to move you. It's to pull you out of reality for a second and tell you that, things will get better. And that sounds so stupid and dumb, but that is how I felt after watching this movie. If you felt otherwise, that's fine. But for me, that's what it did. And it just further proved to me that this is the reason movies are here. Bro, do you hear this? You would have thought I was getting abducted by a goddamn alien fucking mothership. Jeez, alright, it left the atmosphere. Alright, but yeah, man, that's pretty much it. Again, I was kind of just talking, but I hope you got something from this. If not, that's okay. But yeah, see ya.